welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another wrap up for November. I can't believe it's already December. Like, how is it already December? I feel like the year just started. Like, it's crazy. But I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got, a little bit of Christmas decorations on my shelves. I got some string lights around it. The string lights were not what I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be so much more, but they stopped like midway. But it's fine. It's still cute. The rest of the decorations are like around like the main area of the house, so that's cute. The bookshelf is kind of like but whatever. So we're gonna do our November wrap up. In the TBR jar video, I picked 6 books, and of those 6 books, I read 4 off of that list, started one, didn't finish it, and then didn't start the last one like at all. I ended up reading a few books I got from Bray. Bray, BRAE, is Black Reader Appreciation Event, and what that is authors of color like allow their ebooks to be downloaded for free. So there were like a lot, like hundreds of books that were available for free, and you could probably like support your favorite author or find a new author you like, or a new, anything. So I got like maybe 20 plus books from that I downloaded, so I wanted to like put a dent in some of those. So I ended up reading like 3 of those instead of reading off of my actual TBR. I told y'all, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm such a mood reader that I stuck to my list to a good extent. I stuck to that list. Like I said, I got through more than half of it. 4 out of 6 is not bad. Well, 4 1/4 out of 6 is not bad. But I still like ended up reading other stuff and got through 9 books this month, which is crazy. And I think my average rating was maybe like a 4.5 something. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but it's right there so y'all can see it. But let's get into the wrap up, because like I said, we have 9 books and we got to get through them. The first book is Make Me Yours by Mia S. This is one of the books I got from the Bray event. Look how pretty. She is just gorgeous. Okay, so this is like a lot of the books I got from Bray that I read were like quick little, like less than 200, less than 300 page books. This one was about Molly, I believe, and she's like fed up in her marriage. Her husband is super like inattentive, and she ends up going to this like private event that she sees he got an invitation for. So she goes, uses his password, gets in, and it's like this huge like adult party with like private rooms, and some people are out in the open and people got masks on, and she sees her husband there like with like engaging with men, which she's like super shocked by, and she ends up leaving him. And while she's there, she meets the owner of the event. His name is Atlas. Well, one of the owners. His name is Atlas. She meets him. He ends up liking her. They end up getting together. Basically, the end. Like it was real short. It was cute. It like got me through. Like I needed something to read on my Kindle. I was like, let me start with this. This was the first one I read from my downloads, and I gave it a 4. It was cute. It was quick. It was, yeah. It got a 4 stars. I feel bad when I say stuff like that because it makes it seem like the book was bad. It wasn't bad. It just is not much to say about it. It was like 160 pages, maybe less than that. Like, it was what it was. The next book is Sweet on You by Jasmine Nicole. I think I got like 3 Jasmine Nicole books while I was during the event. Somebody on my Instagram was posting about her books, and I think I follow her on Instagram as well, and they were like, oh, she got a couple of Christmas books that are going to be available. I was like, let me go ahead and get these because I need some Christmas books to read, blah, 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 blah. So I'd already planned on getting this, and then I got a couple of Christmas books. Anyway, so Sweet on You is about Asante and Isaac. Asante is a baker. She has a baking company with her daughter, and Isaac is a plumber, and he comes by their kiosk in the mall one day and tries their cupcakes, and he loves them. And he's interested in Asante, but Asante is like real burned from a previous relationship. Like her ex took money from her and just like dipped off. She never heard from him again. So she's like not super interested in like dating like that. But and that ends up like putting a wrench in things with her and Isaac, because like it's not, he's not pressuring her or anything, but she's like, I want to, but I don't want to, kind of thing. This is another one of those like really quick romance. I need to get like some romance, like scratch my romance itch a little bit. And yeah, this was really cute. I gave this a 5, I believe. Don't let me lie to y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I gave this a 5. I thought it was cute. I thought it was good. I loved Isaac as a love interest. He was like super patient, but also like still like applying like the right amount of pressure to like let her know like I'm really interested in you and I'll wait if you need me to. But you know, so yeah, this was good. It was cute. It got a 5. Okay, next book is, I hope y'all can see that, is Over Him by Chantal Davis. I posted a TikTok about this book while I was in the middle of reading it because there was a part that had me like completely and utterly like shook. I had to put the book down because I was like, huh? And yeah, this was really good as well. I believe I also gave this a 5. This is about Storm, and she's getting out of a relationship with Alonzo. They've been together for 5 years. He's not like doing what he needs to do. Another one that's like inattentive, not affectionate, not like, she's doing everything for him but he's not doing for her. Finds out that he cheated and she's like, yeah, I'm done, but she's not really done. Like, she keep like messing around with him and like she shouldn't be. And then she ends up meeting Lionel at a club, and she hits it off with him. And yeah, so basically it's like, it says at the bottom like, get over him by getting under him. So basically what she did was like, she met Lionel and like she started messing with him to try to get over Alonzo, and it wasn't supposed to mean anything, but then it ends up meaning everything. So this was good too. I gave this a 5. Another like little quick read. I love Lionel. He was great. I usually tell y'all if I like the male interest. It's not, I usually don't tell y'all about the female love interest. But I also did like Storm, even though like she was getting on my nerves a little bit. I'm like, girl, you know this man is not good for you, but you keep going back to him because the D is good. But so what? He's not adding nothing to your life. He's not doing anything. So what is the point? There is no point. So yeah, I'm glad the way it ended. It made me happy, and I highly recommend this. It's got 5 stars, like I said. Yeah, highly recommend it. Okay, next book is I Want You to Stay by Amali. I was approached by the author on TikTok who's like, I would love for you to read my book if you're interested. I'm like, of course, absolutely I will. And I immediately went and downloaded it, and I read it. And I will say, I'm going to start off by telling you that the ending made me angry. I'm not going to spoil it just in case you are interested. And I do recommend this book. It's another really short one. But the ending, oh, the ending made me so mad. It made me so mad. Corey is married with twins. And no, I'm mixing up my books. I'm reading the book now that the girl is married with twins. She's married with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And her husband asked her for open marriage after he was pressured by one of his co-workers who's also in an open marriage. It's like, yeah, you should be in an open marriage, man. Go ahead, do it. Ask her. And then he does. And when she finally, at first she's like upset, like, why would you want an open marriage? Like, for what? And eventually she's like, you know what? Fine. And once she gets into this open marriage, she starts dealing with the guy Jay. She is a CNA, and she takes care of his uncle, which she didn't know at first. So she starts dealing with Jay, and she's like having the time of her life, and her husband realizes it. Like, they have rules, but at times she's like blatantly ignoring the rules because she's with Jay. And her husband realizes, like, with the women he's with, he was like, I don't like this at all. And then he wants to call it off, and she's like, no, you wanted to do this. We doing it. Forget it. Nope, we not calling this shit off. We not calling it off. Nope, we gonna keep it up. You wanted it, you got it. So it was funny to me to see how the husband, his name is Chuck. It was funny to see how, like, he went, like, did a complete, like, flip around after he started going out and messing with people. He's like, he realized, like, this is just sex with them. I don't feel anything. They not my wife. I don't want them. and she's feeling the complete opposite. She's like, no, I like this guy, he's giving me what I need, and now I'm into the open marriage thing. But you know, things ensue, things happen, and the ending, like I said, is just I gave this a 4 simply because of the ending. I was like, oh my god, no. It's like, it's not a bad story, it's not a bad ending. It's like a, I guess it's more realistic, maybe, but it still was like, I just wish it had went another way. That's all. I just wish things had went differently for my girl. But you know, she's happy. You know, I'm happy for her. But yeah, this got a 4. Great book. Please go check this out, by Amali. Next book on the list is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This woman and her books. Like, I got a love song for Ricky Wilde on my list for this month that we're gonna get to. Her books are just like, I'm not gonna say they've changed my life, but they have. That seems like an exaggeration, but her books are so amazing. Y'all know I love a second chance romance, and that's what this is. I should hold the book up here so y'all can see it. So this is about Eva, and she is an author living in Brooklyn with her daughter, and she has a past that, like, no one knows about. She has changed her name for what it used to be. Her name used to be Genevieve or Genevieve, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced in the book, or how it's supposed to be pronounced. And her past includes Shane, and when they were in high school, they met and had this like tumultuous, life-changing week together, that ended badly, and Eva never knew why, and Shane was never able to explain. But he finds himself in Brooklyn after, you know, he's getting sober, and he finds himself in Brooklyn, and he wants to like tell her what happened and his side of things and all of that. And then there's another week that they have together. So we just follow them, like, rekindling their friendship first, their relationship, finding out what happened when they were teenagers. And it's so good. I love anything that's second chance, and this just sucked me right in from the beginning. I loved it. I love the characters. I love the like the way that they meet each other. It's like she sees him at a book event, and she's on a panel, and it's like the whole world stops. I love stuff like that. It's the cutest thing ever. And yeah, they're very complicated, complex people, the both of them, and they're written so well. Just like in The Perfect Find, these characters are written so well. So yes, 7 Days in June just definitely got a 5. Hands down got a 5. It's a great book. Highly recommend it. Okay, this is the last book. This is the last book for my Kindle, and that is the book club read for the month that I ended up just buying on my Kindle because I was able to get through it faster, which is An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. And let me tell y'all, anything Alexis Henderson writes now, I will be buying. Y'all saw on my book haul, I had just got 2 of her books. I got one on my Kindle and one back here on the shelf. And yeah, no, Alexis Henderson, the way her mind works is just, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. So An Academy for Liars follows Lennon. She in the beginning of the book, she's leaving her husband, and she gets this random phone call to a random payphone in the middle of a mall parking lot or something. And they're like, yeah, you've been accepted, or your admissions to Drayton College, you need to come like for your interview or the final part of the admissions. And she's like, what is going on here? And it turns out Drayton is a school where you learn the power of persuasion. So here, it's not magic, it's persuasion. Like, you persuade, like they use mice as guinea pigs. You persuade this mouse to do something, or you persuade somebody to do something. You persuade somebody to like stab themselves in the hand or something like that, or pick something up. And I just thought that was really cool. It's like a very different take on dark academia. And Lennon ends up there's so many secrets and so many things going on in this school. It's called An Academy for Liars for a reason. and you never know if what's going on, who's telling you the truth, who's really your friend, who's not, who's gonna try to kill you, who's gonna like try and save your life, who's really like who's really down, like like at the end of the day, who's really down, like who's really there for you. You never know at all. And just poor Lennon was just going through it. This was great. We had really great interactions in the book club for this read. It was a lot of fun reading this book with the book club. This month we are reading The Night Circus, so if you are interested in reading Night Circus with us, just come on by. Link is in the description if you would like to join us. But yeah, Academy for Liars, this got a 4, I believe. There were some like weird little pacing things going on, a lot of jumping around in time, a lot of like glossing over things that probably should have been a little bit more explained. I know I'm being super nitpicky, but that's usually how I am. But yeah, this got a 4. It was still just really great. I'm gonna actually give y'all some tidbits from the review I wrote in Fable in our book club real quick. Okay, so a couple of things I wrote was that oh yeah, dark academia is definitely like slowly moving up the list as like one of my favorite genres. I haven't read a whole lot of dark academia books, but they usually seem to be based in fantasy, which of course is right up my alley. So they're just, I don't know, I think because while I was reading this book, I was listening to a lot of like dark academia music on YouTube while I was reading this book, because it helped me like stay more focused on it. And it just, I don't know, something about it added a different element to reading it. So that might be part of the reason why I liked it so much. Let's see here. Lennon is definitely a morally gray character. I'm starting to like really like morally gray characters for some reason. It's just because it's harder to like predict what they're gonna do if they're morally gray, as opposed to like, this is a good guy, we know what decision they're gonna make in this case. But like if you're a morally gray character, I'm like, all right, what are they gonna do in this case? Are they gonna do the right thing? Are they gonna, you know, not? Like it's a little bit cooler when you're reading a book to read like a morally gray character, I think. The one other thing that was kind of frustrating was that this is the only one. There aren't gonna be any follow-ups to this, and the way this ended, like literally the last sentence of this book, it like screams I am a first book in a series or a duology. And I wanted somebody who commented on my review actually reached out to Alexis Henderson to ask her if there was going to be a follow-up for this book, and she was like, not right at the moment, but never say never. So that's not a no, but it kind of is a no. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, Academy for Liars, I highly recommend it. Alexis Henderson is a great author, and it's got a 4. Okay, we can finally move on to the physical books. The first physical book I'm gonna talk to you about is Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. This is about Malik. He experiences a really traumatic event when he's younger that causes his magic to manifest, but also causes him to have to grow up in the foster care system. And when he's old enough, he and his foster brother like run away from Alabama, and he ends up connecting with his long lost grandmother that he didn't even know existed. And she gets him into Cambridge University, which is basically like if Hogwarts was an HBCU. This is such a cool story and such a cool premise. Like anytime I've talked about this book, like, and even any of the like marketing for this book is like, what if Harry Potter was an HBCU, which is basically what this is. Like they have all these different magical classes on campus, and they also have like sororities and fraternities and a whole bunch of different extracurricular activities and student centers and the dorm rooms, and it's just really cool. Like if you've ever seen the movie Stomp the Yard, or Drumline, it's like that mixed with magic and Harry Potter and all of that. I like Malik as a character. It's not often that you see like a black male main character in a book that's like a fantasy and he has magic. It's usually like a female with magic or something like that. So this was like really cool. The author is really cool. He seems really dope, really nice. And the next book is coming out next year, so you want to go ahead and read this. You have until July. I'll actually talk to y'all about some new books coming out next year that I'm excited about, including a sequel to this. But yeah, Blood at the Root was really cool. While he's at this school, he learns a lot of secrets about what happened that night that his magic manifested, because that's also the night that his mother passed away. So he's trying to figure out like who are these people that showed up at his house? Why did they show up? Why did they do what they did to his mother? And all that stuff. He also learns to control his magic and learns like how strong and powerful he is. So this book got a 5. It was really, really good. I breezed through it. I could not put this down. It was so great. I like a lot of the side characters are so cool. There's a lot of like representation in this book, not just for like black people, but for like people in the LGBTQIA plus community. And it's so good. I highly recommend this book. Highly recommend it. Next book is Tangleroot by Kalela Williams. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. The way I thought this was going to be a fantasy, and it was not. The way I thought that this book was going to be a full-blown fantasy, and it's not. And that wasn't a problem for me. Like, it was still really good. I gave this a 4. It's about Noni, and her mother moves them from Boston to this middle of nowhere town in Virginia. I'd be pissed off too. You taking me from Boston to the middle of nowhere in Virginia, where there's nothing to do. The people are most likely don't like black people there, which they didn't. And like, away from all my friends, away from all of her opportunities for college. She wants to be a costume designer for theater. She has all these opportunities and all these like internships and positions that she can get, and her mother just takes her away from that because she wants to go work at this college that she believes one of her ancestors actually founded, and she wants to get it renamed after him. It's a lot. And my poor girl, she's like stumbling around her new home, which is called Tangleroot, and she sees a gravestone for a woman named Sophronia. Ooh, what is her last name? I can't remember right now. They have the same name, same birthday, and she immediately she immediately just like connects with it, and is like, I want to know more about this person. And like, they have the same name as me, they have the same birthday as me, but this is one of the like white people that lived on this plantation like back in the day, so we have the same name. Like, what's going on? Like, what's up? So it's basically what we're doing in this book is following her like journey to finding out like who this woman is, and in doing that she finds out like her actual lineage and her family tree and where she comes from. And it was really, really cool. It was also really, really aggravating to see like how, like I said, there's some super like racist people in this town that she moved to, and just seeing how they interact and talk down to her and other people of color that are in the town was just, it was ridiculous, and it was making me mad. Especially since this book is set closer to present day. Like, I mean, we all know it exists, but it's just, it's frustrating nonetheless. But anyway, I thought this was a great book. I thought it was written really, really well. It's a lot of skipping around in the book, I will say that. But for what it was, I gave it a 4. It was good. I liked following the story. I was really invested in Noni's journey to discovering like who this woman was, and why she was named after her, and her I think her great grandmother. Like, they all 3 of them had the same name. So I just thought it was really good. It was good. It got a 4. And the last book of the month is Blood Justice by Terry J. Benton Walker. This is the sequel to Blood Debts, which I read in August. Yes, August. I read it in August. And we just pick up where we left off. I'm trying not to spoil too much of this, but Valentina is upset after the events of the first book. What happened to her grandparents? Understandably, she's upset. Christina feels like more needs to be done. Clem is dealing with his issues with what happened to Yves at the end of the first book, and he's just trying to find ways to undo what he did or fix what he did. Once again, just like in the first book, there's a lot going on. You have their mother, who is always something going on with their mom. Their mother being like wrongfully accused of murder. And then, like I said, then you have Christina, who has like basically like a hit list of people that she trying to like get rid of. Then you have Clem, who's dealing with his issue, like I said, with Yves and trying to figure out how to reverse it. Then you have Valentina's side, and she's trying to like get back what she believes is rightfully hers after what happened to her grandmother, her grandfather. You also have other side characters, Zachary Kingston, who I'm like, okay, what are you doing here? Whatever. I know you like caused a major event at the end of the first book, but we don't really care about what you got going on. It was a lot going on. And again, a lot going on. And I know like that's kind of what you get when you are reading a book with multiple POVs. It wasn't hard to keep up with it. Not like in the first book where it was like, am I losing the plot here? But it's just like there's so many subplots to make sure you're keeping track of. But I mean, it still was a good book. We still got all the really cool gen magic and the cool New Orleans setting and all that. So I still really liked it. It got 4 stars. Sorry y'all, my recording stopped. But what I was saying was I gave this book 4 stars. I still thought it was really great. As always, I love Terry J. Benton Walker's writing. I love that this is just like the first one. It's fantasy, but it's also like mystery, like a whodunit. We got to figure this stuff out. Like there are a lot of things to figure out. Like I said, like their mother is wrongfully accused of murder. We got to figure out, did she really do it, or like who is responsible? There are other things going on, like I said, with Christina and her hit list. We feel like there's somebody that knows something about what she's doing, like, or do they, like, or is she blacking out and doing random, you know? It's like it's a lot of mystery also involved in this story, which I really like. So yeah, this got a 4. I do recommend it. Okay, well, that is the end of my wrap up. I hope I showed you something that you are interested in. As usual, my goal is to show you something that you might want to pick up, that you might become your new favorite book. You never know, introduce you to a new author or a new genre or something like that. But please let me know what your favorite book was that you read last month, and what you're reading for this month. Any Christmas books? I might be reading some. I don't know, maybe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching and commenting and liking my videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on this one and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye bye.